Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Tripoli here, back with another Lords Mobile video. And in this video, I'm going to be showing you my solo trap and how to build a solo trap very well. So, first things first, you have to have a lot of troops and the right type of troops. Let's get right into my troop comp. So, in my troop comp, I have about 6 million T1 archers in the back line, never in the front line. You never want T1 on the front line. I've got about 200,000 ballistas. Obviously, I got Pyrist a lot. If you saw last video, I got Pyrist a bunch, and a bunch of it died, as well as my archers here. 2 million T2 infantry. I'm working with this range. I wouldn't necessarily consider this necessary for a solo trap, but I'm working with this to see if it's beneficial. And about 2 million T2 cavalry. The siege is very important. If you saw last video, I had a lack of siege, probably only like 10k or so T1 siege, and somebody sent 2,000, I believe, T4 siege at me in a infantry on infantry hit, and they ended up burning me and walking back because I did not have the siege to hit their siege. So siege is very important if you do not want people to get walkbacks. Heading on to wall heroes. I have 2 infantry heroes, 1 army attack hero, an army attack hero plus cav HP a hero, and a range attack and HP hero. Going into, so Bomb and Goblin, he gives a 20% army attack boost. Very, very nice. Attack boosts are, it goes attack boost trumps HP, and HP trumps defense. You never want defense. Defense is a garbage stat. So the army attack is very good, 20%. And then here with Rose Knight, we have a 20% army attack plus a 50% cavalry HP, so that's a very good hero. Usually is my leader, and a lot of people's here, most commonly found as people's leaders. Snow Queen gives a 30% range attack boost plus a 50% range max HP, which is useless for a solo trap because range is never on front line. See there, I have got 2 infantry heroes here rather than an infantry and a cavalry, because when you're taking hits, you want to be in infantry phalanx, in at least an infantry formation, because when you get countered, say, and somebody sends cav at your infantry, it doesn't hurt as bad as if somebody were to hit you with, say, range and counter your cav. I can show you a report actually of me getting absolutely screwed yesterday while I was drinking a little bit, and I decided to hop on and play a little bit. A couple of people decided to come over, attack me, and here they are. So the first person hit me, 561k, basically filled up my infirms. Next person fully countered me with range, and as you can see, it's 940,000 reds. Now, had they sent cav into my inf, it would not nearly have been as bad as that range hit. Both these, I believe, were max players, so they hit hard regardless. But yeah, that's why you want to have these 2 infantry heroes, because you want to always be sending basically an infantry phalanx. Familiars on your wall are also very important. Acarus lowers enemy troop HP, army max HP by 15%, it's very, very good. I personally use Yeti because my cav stats are a little lower than my other stats. Yeti provides at max level a 15% cav attack boost at the start of the battle. And I'll show you my gear. So next. So this is my gear set. I've been changing it a lot, trying to figure out what works the best. And so far, this is the best set I've come up with. I've been told. One thing I've been told is that if you get these winter mitts up to gold, it's better than the purple codex because the army max HP. When it comes to having a lot of troops, when you get to a certain point, army max HP is sometimes better than attack, is what I'm told. But this set works very well. I've got about, I believe, the 2 gold terror jewels, and I've got 6 purple infantry jewels. I've got about 4 ranged attack jewels, purple, and did I say then I've got 4 blue, and then I've got like 2 purple cav attack jewels, and a bunch of I'm really lacking cav stats, and the rest are all blue cav. So if you take a dive into my stats here, I've got 370, 370, and then if you add the 15% from the cav familiar, you get about 340. So my stats are pretty solid. They're not solid enough, I would say. I'd say a good range to be at is about 380 mixed to 410. That's the range you want to be at. You can capture basically anything and not have to worry about a thing. So that's my gear, and something I'm trying to work on right now is gemming Gremlin. This is gonna be my 3rd familiar on my wall. I just recently unlocked my 3rd familiar slot, but because I'm usually setting in infantry phalanx, I've been thinking if a big player were to hit me and destroy 200k of my T2, because if you look at the army talent, if 10% of your infantry troops have fallen, this effect can have fallen, then it increases your attack by 100% at max, which would be very beneficial while, you know, getting gang banged or getting hit by, you know, big players, whatnot. It would help you get a lot less wounded, I would think. I've yet to test it, so I don't really know exactly how it works. I haven't seen it in action on anybody else's accounts, but that's what I'm aiming for soon, and I'll be testing that out. Another good thing to have for the prison boost, having this at level 25, getting a 30%. Say somebody, you know, a big player hits you and you cap their leader, or you're getting gang banged or whatever, and you capture the first leader. That 30% army attack boost is so good, so helpful for taking like other larger hits. I cannot stress enough how important getting this to max is. Sometimes you do get caught in situations where somebody is trying to rally you, but they don't have enough online to really fill the rally. Maybe they get like a 1.5 million T4 rally, and you're like, hey, you know, guys, you want to rain me? I want to take this, you know, I think I can take this. And, you know, you take a risk, whatever, at trying to take a rally as a solo trap. And this is why you have a max battle hall, so you can have a max embassy, so you can have all your reinforcements. I personally have taken a couple rallies. I will show them real quick. So the first rally I took is, let's see, Sir Raz. This one was a fail. I think I only had like 321k reinforcements. I believe it was a cow. I mean, this guy was like a 400% stat rally lead. I can't really look at the report, but I know it was cav on cav, and I know I had like 300k reinforcements. It wasn't much, and honestly, I don't think I did too bad. This was a long time ago. As you can see, it was like 3 months ago or so. All right, so that was the first rally I ever took. I took a couple other ones along the way, but this was the next major one that I thought was pretty big. So I lost this one as well. Didn't get rained by my guild. It was a pretty big rally, and I was pretty upset. But it was a range into my, you know, infantry front line, so it went in my favor pretty well, and it wasn't exactly full T4, as you can see. So it didn't go all that bad for me, but I mean, if I take that rally now, I easily cap it with my stats, because I increased my stats a crazy amount. If we look at the next time this guy tried to rally me, this time I don't. Let's see, I actually can look at the report on this one. So this guy sent a 1.5 million rally at me. Again, it was ranged. He didn't learn from last time. Hit my infantry front line. And this time I had a little bit of range. It's always good to have, like, if you're getting rallied, it's always, I think it's better to have T2 frontline reigns rather than T4, I believe, because it helps you take less losses because it won't kill all your troops and send all your troops to infirms. So I kind of made a mistake there on taking these rallies, but yeah, lesson after lesson. Yeah, this game's a learning experience. And then this was the last rally I took. So this was a full, let's see. Let's take a look at these familiars real quick. Not the best familiars he has. And this was a 1.4 million T4 cav rally plus a little bit of range. And I actually noticed after I took this rally, something was wrong, and it's this. I don't know where my Boblin Goblin was, but if I had my Boblin Goblin on the wall, I easily would have capped that. I was a little bit upset by that. As you can see, this time I had a little bit of reigns as well, and that helps a lot. So, yeah, taking rallies and whatnot, you always want to have, your 1 million embassy, max level embassy. You want to have your prison, and honestly, I would recommend that you have a max level altar and a licensed kill prepared if you come across something like a situation like I have before, where somebody can't fill a full rally and whatnot. It can be very helpful and add a lot of statistics to your base in a time of need. Like what something I've been experimenting with is during KVK, I will have a license to kill on the ready, use a license kill for the day, and then I'll have the altar boost for that entire day. And it's very nice because a lot of people like to gangbang during KVK and whatnot, so it's very good. On to resource production, I just have these 4 ones. Honestly, I could probably just delete those at this point. I'm not really sure I need those. It's kind of just added might. But I'm at the point where I just found out that T5 is coming out tomorrow, so I haven't deleted the last 2 of my manners because of that, because I just realized I'm going to have to increase my composition a bunch. So this is just T4 as of now. When T5 comes out, the comp's going to change, and I'll have to make another video on that, a T5 solo trap rather than a T4. It's going to vary a lot. Like, it's going to be a lot different. As far as gear goes, say if you're free to play or whatever, you got to focus on your level 60 war gear. Don't go around, I've made the same mistake of going and making some crappy pieces, like, the Frostwing set. Made this Frostwing helm. Don't be like me. Don't do that. Don't waste on these, like Winter Stompers. Don't waste on, like a Terror Blade or whatever all these garbage things are. You want to focus on level 60. You want army HP and you want attack stats. That's what most level 60 gear provides. Very good stuff. Castle skin, really up to you. It's not that big of a boost. Doesn't do too much or whatever. So don't really know about that. Back onto infirmaries. Infirmaries are very helpful, as you can see. At level 25, increases army max HP by 5%. So that might not seem like a lot, but if you count these up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. That's 14 times 5, which is, what is that, 70? 70% extra army max HP, which is very, very helpful for taking really big hits from like max players and whatnot. I found that very useful. I think the army max HP stat allows you to take hits like this, like you saw me get screwed yesterday while I was drinking. Hits like this where they hit you and kill more troops than you kill them, but you still don't burn. I'm pretty sure max HP allows you to do that. Take those kind of hits. At least more of them, or take more losses on them. So yeah, this has been my solo trap. Scratch that, actually. I forgot to go over research. That's funny. I can't believe I almost forgot to go over research. All right, so as far as economy goes, that's so funny. Oh, God. All right, so as far as economy goes, I didn't really go too far into it. I probably went a little bit farther than I should have. It's really not too important, you know. I mean, at first you might want to hyper. I recommend hypering wood if you can. You know, get some like wood, extra wood gear. Like, let's see, some of the wood production gear like this, and getting like, you know, full, near full. What do you call them, lumber mills in your base, because those infirmaries cost, I believe, somewhere between like I think 50 and 70 mil a piece from scratch to upgrade to max. So a full set of let's see, where's my full set? I don't think there is no wood. Let's see. So, you know, there's the Hardrox gear there, and there's the worm rod. These are all pieces of gear that can help you with wood production, and that's what I did for a while. I mained wood, and it helps me with a lot with my infirms, because you know, it's going to drain your resources if you don't. But yeah, economy, I wouldn't go too far in there, maybe like 7s for all these tops. Monster Hunt, I also went a little bit too far in. I would say like 7s for all of these. Probably not go past Monster Hunt 3. It gets a little bit expensive as far as might's concerned. Too much to take. Defense, don't be like me. I did defense research, and I regret it. This was early game before I even learned about solo traps or anything. Waste of might. Army leadership, just go up to cavalry phalanx. You don't need range or anything else. Just need that simple stuff. Upgrade military. I mean, if you want to do it, go ahead, I guess. All you need is the 2 quick swaps, and maybe if you want innate talent, that's really all you need. Upgrade defenses. You don't need any of that. Don't know why I have that. Probably early game again. Military command. Mythic gear. You're gonna need that probably at some point, depending on, like, you know, how pay to play you are or whatever for your level 60 gear and whatnot. Sigils, again, don't be like me. I probably have 5 million might in sigils or something like that. Maybe like 2, 3. Familiar battles. All the way down to familiar battle slot 3. You really do need that. It's very beneficial towards your stats. I went all the way down to pack 3, obviously. I think it's going to be helpful towards taking like T5 hits in the future. I still have yet to test that, though, as you know. I think that's all the trees. You know, Wonder Battle's obviously nothing. I think that's all the trees, you know, and it's Academy 24. You don't go to Academy 25. Because it's too much might. That's about it as far as I know. If you like the video and you want to know more or learn more about you know, solo trapping or whatever, you know, leave a like, add me in the comments, and I'll reply to you or whatever. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.